Hey guys, what's going on? I'm John Malecki, and in this video I'm going to do an unboxing for the new M18 FUEL Portable Bandsaw from Milwaukee, and I'm also going to build a little stand for it so we can mount it vertically. So one of the huge benefits to a portable bandsaw is the fact that you can touch the metal and use it immediately after. So I mean, like you guys saw, cut that and then you put your hand on it immediately and you can work with it, which is nice because with the grinder and all that other shit that it gets really hot. You have to wait a minute, and this is pretty sweet. So, great tool. Now, let's build a stand. So the blade, when you're moving and cutting with it, I'm noticing, kind of tends to push the saw out because it's only press fit in under here. So to combat that, I've got a bungee cord. Wrap it around. Now what that's going to do is it just helps from pushing the saw out of the slot. And nothing's permanent, and it's completely able to be removed and used for other stuff, so it's not stuck on the stand like some saw stands. And that's the main reason I built this like this, is because I didn't want the saw to have to always be in this configuration. So, pretty quick and thank you guys so much for checking out this video. This was a fun build. Gave me the opportunity to build something custom for a tool which isn't my normal repertoire. So the stand came out to my pleasing. It's going to be a nice little addition to the shop. I've been essentially clamping a bandsaw like this to my bench and using the little throat plate on it. So it's going to be something nice to reference from and actually have a little bit of a rigid solid surface to reference to. Along the same lines, this was made up of all scraps. I had this stuff laying around the shop, took me a couple hours, and that's pretty standard. Nothing on here is permanent, and that's how I wanted it. The saw itself comes out very easily and is intentional. I'm using this little bungee cord to hold the tension of the saw so it doesn't push out or slide out. You have a little piece in the back that holds up the battery. And that's it. I mean, really efficient use of some scrap wood and use of these saws' physics and shape as well. Along the same lines, I'm really digging the saw itself for a lot of reasons. One being it's just like a very solid, well-made tool. It's got some good weight to it. It makes cutting a lot easier when the saw itself stays nice and true and doesn't tend to want to go all over the place. So I'm really digging that. I'm liking that it has a hook that folds in. It's something small and stupid you don't think of, but the Makita one I was running, and you've seen in some of my videos, has a hook that sticks out all the time, and it's kind of a pain in the ass if you're laying it down and want to lay it on the table. I mean, it won't lay flat, and the saw is always like, you're bumping into it and it sticks up. So it's nice that this folds in, and it's just a little thing that Milwaukee thought of there that I noticed on the saw initially when I was pulling it out of the box. Along the same lines, you have this adjustable throat plate. Very cool. It's metal, so it should hold up, and all of the parts in it are metal too. So the slide and the button can easily be adjusted with one hand. Gives you the opportunity to reference something when you're cutting by hand against the blade instead of just trying to guide the blade straight onto your cut. Variable speed, but also an awesomely nice feature. When you're cutting some thicker metal and stuff, you want to keep that speed down, supposedly, from what I'm told. That helps you keep the blade sharp, as well as the metal from overheating and just getting a shitty cut. The trigger itself has a lock for safety, but the lock does not work to keep the saw running, which is nice. So that way you can't bump it if you're moving it around or something. You can keep that trigger locked and not turn the saw on. Saws come with the 5 amp hour M18 batteries. They come with 2, which is awesome. The 5 amp hour batteries, great batteries, supposedly up there with everyone that's in this ridiculously complex battery game now. I know Milwaukee's got a very quality battery product, so stoked to have some of those larger amp hour batteries now to add to my set. Also comes with a charger, which is great. So the saw itself, you can have your drill driver set on one charger, and then you're gonna have these guys rocking on another if you're using them on a daily basis. What else? Along the same lines, I just like the saw in general. There's a little brush guides and the way it moves. Saw me put the blade on the tensioning trigger or whatever that's called on the front. Moves really smooth and easily, which is nice. Blade went on pretty simple, besides some human error, which is always a factor when you're working with me. So yeah, super stoked about this saw. I'm very much liking and enjoying it. I want to thank Milwaukee for giving me the opportunity to work with it. I'm so pumped to be able to put this into my workflow. What a portable bandsaw does for a guy like myself is just gives you a lot of versatility in the saw. When I'm installing, say, beam mantles, I'll use the portable bandsaw to cut the heads off the bolts after I lag them into the epoxies fitting in the wall, and then press fit my mantle onto that for the smaller guys. So I don't have to bring an angle grinder in my client's home and get sparks and shit everywhere and have them, terrified and their dog running around wondering what the hell's going on. This, really easy cleanup, doesn't make a lot of noise, there's no sparks, no shards. Same thing in the shop. I want to rough cut some stock. Great little tool to have. You'd be surprised what you can find to use it for once you have it. So I'd suggest picking one up for any of you guys who are out there doing anything with metalworking. And shit, I made a dining table last week and was rounding over some wooden feet for it with this after I had to adjust the shape and the bases put together. So great little tool. Super pumped to have it. Thank you, Milwaukee, for shooting this over to me. I'm pumped to put it into my workflow. Along the same lines, I'm going to do a full write-up on the tool, my thoughts on the tool, and the build itself. You guys can check that out at johnmalecki.com. I got a whole new website coming out, hopefully next week or in the week before this video actually comes out. So head on over there. I got all my videos linked up with write-ups, and I'm going to try to start putting out some plans for you guys because I know it's really popular, and I've gotten a lot of requests for some of the stuff I do in the shop for plans. So check that out as well. And along the same lines, man, just check me out on social media. Instagram mostly. I'm hammering out videos all day long, or trying to at least, interacting with a lot of great people on there, learning a ton, and it's a great fun tool that I get to interact with a lot of you guys on. And I respond, and I'm using it daily, so if you got questions and stuff, I can get to those faster on that platform. But along the same lines, if you got something you want me to respond to, shoot that down below. I would love a thumbs up and a share. If you guys haven't, subscribe to my channel. I'm dumping out videos as often as I possibly can now in the new shop, and I'm super pumped to be able to share all of this with you guys. So until next time, I'll catch you all on the next video, and make sure you go and get yourself a portable bandsaw, because this bad boy is one of my favorite little tools that I've added to my arsenal in the past couple of years. So thanks, guys. See you on the next one. Ending a video is always so awkward. Like, sitting here talking to a camera by myself is the most awkward shit. So like, I never know how to do it. So I might actually keep this in the video.